Have you ever had a brilliant idea, something that made perfect sense in your head, but the moment you tried to explain it to someone else, it felt like you were speaking a foreign language? You aren't losing your mind. You're experiencing a unique psychological phenomenon, the glitch of the high Q communicator. We often assume that the smarter a person is, the better they should be at solving problems, including the problem of communication. But psychology reveals a surprising irony. High intelligence doesn't always make life easier. Often, it just changes the shape of your struggles. Welcome to Human Glitch. Today, we're decoding why highly intelligent individuals often find it nearly impossible to explain their thoughts simply. It's a disconnect between a brain that thinks in layers and a world that speaks in sentences. If you've ever felt like your ideas are too much for the people around you, you're about to understand the science behind that wall. So, what is this glitch exactly? At its core, it is a mismatch in cognitive depth. Most people process information linearly, one step at a time, but for those with high cognitive ability, thinking is multidimensional. In these minds, a single thought doesn't sit in isolation. It naturally leads to 10 others. This is what psychologists call Your brain doesn't just see a fact, it sees a web of patterns, risks, and consequences that others completely miss. Why does this happen? It's a matter of cognitive complexity. A highly intelligent brain is wired for continuous processing. It doesn't just accept a surface-level answer, it craves depth and meaning. When a smart person tries to explain a simple concept, their brain is simultaneously processing every angle, every potential edge case, and every logical inconsistency. This creates a massive communication bottleneck. You are trying to download a massive multi-layered file through a very slow dial-up connection. Because your ideas are more complex than the time allowed for a conversation, your points often get simplified by others, or worse, ignored entirely. Over time, this leads to a specific behavioral glitch, forced silence. Many intelligent people eventually learn to stay quiet, not because they lack confidence, but because explaining the full breadth of their thoughts feels physically and mentally draining. Let's look at how this plays out in real life. Imagine you're in a meeting or a classroom. The group is discussing a basic solution to a problem. While everyone else sees a straight line to the finish, your brain has already identified 3 ways that solution will fail 6 months from now. When you try to explain these risks, people might look at you with confusion. To them, you're overthinking or being negative. In reality, you are just seeing the full picture that your hyperconnected brain won't let you ignore. Another common scenario involves small talk. For many, surface-level conversation is a way to bond, but for a highly intelligent mind, it feels like mental noise, because your brain seeks depth. Talking about the weather or celebrity gossip feels mentally painful. It's like trying to run a high-performance engine on the wrong fuel. You might also find yourself intellectualizing your feelings. Instead of simply saying you are sad, you might explain the logical reasons why you are experiencing a specific emotional state. This is called cognitive distancing. It's a way to manage the intensity of your emotions, but to others, it makes you seem distant or too clinical. Being unable to explain things simply isn't a sign of a lack of clarity. Often, it's a sign of clarity that is too deep for the current moment. The takeaway is this: your struggle to be understood is not a flaw. It is the cost of depth. Intelligence doesn't just sharpen the mind, it intensifies how you see the world. If you find yourself walking alone or feeling misunderstood, remember that your mind is simply navigating life without the standard script most people follow. The next time you find yourself struggling to simplify an idea, take a breath. Recognize that your brain is doing what it was designed to do. Find connections. If you've ever felt like a glitch in a world that prefers the surface level, you belong here. Take a moment to reflect on a time you felt misunderstood. And if you want to keep decoding the hidden psychology of human behavior, follow the channel.